What's up guys, Shawnee Dogs here, and you better believe that I was hyped up when I hit that intro clip. I was playing some ranked play with my buddy, high stakes elo on the line matches. I was going off with the sniper. I say going off, but that clip, I mean, let's be honest, it was luck, but it made for a sick clip nonetheless. As you guys may have guessed, the best class setup for the best weapon in the game, something that you guys have been seeing me use quite a bit in my videos. This is finally the place, the time where I reveal the class setup for my beautiful PPSH class, the bread and butter, the V2 rocket go-getter. I end up using this class a majority of the time. I'm going to go in depth because there is a lot that goes into it. It's not just, oh yeah, you put this on willy-nilly, you throw these attachments together, these perks, you're gonna become a god. It is a lot more complex to that. There are layers to it. So let's hop right in. The very first thing that I want to emphasize is that, let's say up close and personal, close range, if someone is using a Thompson or a WAF, you're going to lose the gunfight. Even though I think that this is the best class setup, like all around overall, there are individual weapons that can outgun this thing, even if you get first shot. That's just how the game works, but I'm going to explain why this is the best, even with that weakness. And there's a similar situation with the rifles in this game. The FG42, before that thing was nerfed, you would easily get outgunned, even if you had a PPSH close range. It was a little bit unfair, a little bit crazy. I mean, the same can be said for the bar, which people still use. That gun hasn't gotten nerfed in a while. You may get outgunned close range by that, but they're going to have to hit all of their shots. But if you get the first shot on them with your PPSH and you don't miss a shot, you should be able to outgun the bar by a few milliseconds. So this thing is extremely good. Again, you're only going to get gunned really by the Thompson and the WAF because those guns have extremely high fire rates. The downfall to those weapons is they're very hard to control. The chances of someone hitting all of their shots with the WAF and the Thompson, highly unlikely. They're gonna have to be literally in your face, like you just saw that kill right there. That would be a range where even if I got first shot, there's a chance I could lose the gunfight. But most weapons in this game, you're gonna completely destroy, especially with the attachments that I'm using on here. One of the crucial ones in public matches, not necessarily for ranked play or if you play comp game battles, you go into tournaments. This attachment is banned. I am talking about rapid fire. The reason why it's banned is that there's no skill element to it. It literally just makes your gun shoot faster, effectively making it kill faster with no downfall. There's nothing that you have to do to make it kill faster. It just does because it's shooting faster. You could say, oh yeah, well, if you're using that, you're gonna run out of ammo quicker. Who cares if you're gonna kill the guy quicker? That's all it's about. Everything in this game, it's centered around the gunfights. You need to be able to win your gunfights. Rapid fire is going to give you the edge. The next attachment, which is also very crucial, this weapon, although it doesn't have the fastest fire rate in the game, it's pretty high up there. Sometimes it could be a little difficult to control exactly where you want to shoot for pinpoint accuracy. This is why I highly recommend that you use grip on the PPSH. It's going to make your gun a lot more consistent. You're going to kill people faster. You're going to be able to control the weapon more. I would recommend grip on like 99% of the weapons that you use. I use that all throughout Infinite Warfare because it just helps. It's one of the best attachments in Call of Duty. And if you've been watching the pros play recently, especially at that first event, CWL Dallas, a lot of them on their PPSH classes, they were not using grip. They basically substituted it out for advanced rifling. And the main reasoning behind that, they said that when they were playing LAN, that is local area network, that's how they play against each other at the event. They're not actually playing online. They said that the PPSH is a laser beam, that they didn't actually even need grip. But that is not the case when you're playing online, public matches, ranked play, game battles, whatever the case may be. You do actually need grip. Your PPSH is not a laser. They said it was weird, nothing like they've ever seen before in other Call of Duties. So unless you're playing on LAN, it is highly recommended that you use grip on your PPSH. Now this is where things get interesting. This is the class setup part, the all around, you know, using your perks, your attachments, not just the gun itself. I decided to use primed on this class so that I can have an extra attachment. That's the extra advantage that I want to gain from this class. So with that third attachment, and there's going to be some debate here, you guys can let me know down in the comments what you think, I choose to roll with extended mags. You guys might think I'm crazy, like, Sean, why are you not using advanced rifling? That's going to give you a much better advantage. Well, the thing is, I usually do play ranked play, but when I'm playing public matches, at least in Call of Duty World War II, I'm not going to say that this is the case for every COD, I find myself getting in situations where I need to mow down 2 and 3 people at a time, and without the extended mags, I just run out of ammo so quickly, and I'm stuck in an awkward position where I either have to hide in a corner and reload, or I'm gonna have to pull out my pistol. And I don't like doing that because this class setup is focused on the power of my primary weapon itself, and if I have to pull out a pistol or I have to sit back and reload, I can't be using the weapon that I designed this class around. So this third attachment is definitely a toss-up between extended mags or advanced rifling, what you think will be more advantageous to your playstyle. If you're gonna engage in a lot of long-range gunfights, you're only going to be seeing 1, maybe 2 guys at most, then you'll definitely want to opt for that advanced rifling. But if you're going to run around the map most of the time like I do, you'll want those extended mags. They will save you in a lot more situations than you think. You don't have to reload nearly as often. Now, why 6 whole minutes into the video have I not mentioned one thing about the division that I'm using? That's because that is a whole different beast of its own. That is a set of perks. It is much more important than your basic training, which is just one simple perk. It basically, you got to cater to your playstyle. I choose to use Mountain because I'm going to be running around a lot, taking flank routes, and I don't want to be heard running around the map so people could pre-aim. I'm going to show you guys right here. This is the exact class setup that I was using. The pistol is not really important. I think I was only using that M1911 because I hadn't unlocked the machine pistol yet. I personally think the machine pistol is better. I run that with extended mags, but that's not really important. The primary weapon is what's important. The grenade, that again, that's not really an essential part of the class. But this is the other main point of emphasis. I really do want to focus in on this. If you look at the crucial, essential parts of the class, which are the primary weapon attachments, the division, and the basic training. I don't think the secondary and the lethal, those are important at all, but these elements of the class that really make the class, there's only 6 of them. The pick 10 system that we're so accustomed to, it is no longer in this Call of Duty. You only have 6 choices. Most, if you're not running infantry or primed, you only have 5 choices because you're gonna have 1 less attachment. And that's why the reasoning behind the choices you make on your specific class setups, they're important now more than ever. I told you guys I choose Mountain. I like to remain stealthy, but you could also take the opposite route, run airborne, so you're stealthy in actually shooting. You're not going to reveal your position off the radar, but your movements are not going to be silent. There's just so many trade-offs that you have to take into account when you're making a class based on the weapon you're using, what division you want to run, your basic training. It all depends on what you're trying to accomplish on that specific life, on that map. What lanes are you going to be running into? What weapon are you using? It's a lot of mind games. Call of Duty, people take it as a simple, you run forward, you shoot the guy in front of you. But if you want to be really, really good at the game, you're going to have to take all these factors into account. You're going to have to build your classes specifically for certain tasks. And if you don't do those certain tasks, then you're basically wasting that class. You would have been better off choosing something else. So I highly recommend when you guys are making a class setup, don't just blindly follow exactly what the things that I use are. Know what your play style is, how you're going to play on certain maps, what lanes are you going to take, are you going to engage in long range, short range gunfights, you're going to be seeing 2 and 3 people at a time, 1 person at a time. No one class is going to be dominant on all maps or all lanes of a map. There are so many different scenarios where there's something that you could have used that's better than what you're actually using. And lastly, the score streaks, I'm not going to touch on too much. If you want to get a V2 rocket, run UAV and counter UAV. You don't want your score streaks hogging up your actual weapon kills because that's what counts for your V2 rocket. But besides that, whatever you think you're going to get the most kills with, whatever you think is attainable for you, what kill streaks do you normally go on, that's what I would use. The score streaks, that's more of a preference thing than anything, while as the class setups, there are certain dominant things that you want to be using. So that's why I wanted to share this class setup with you. It's sort of like, if you guys play Counter-Strike at all, I don't know how many of you guys do, the glass cannon, when people buy the AWP, the sniper, but they don't buy body armor, they're basically saying, all right, the entire emphasis of this class, I'm just going to snipe someone and kill them before they can insta-kill me because I have no body armor. You want to make a class depending on what you're going to do on that life. I'll change classes mid-game just to change one tiny little thing on the class. You got to play to your strengths. This gameplay that you're seeing is from the 40K special. Thank you for everyone that showed up to that. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. I will make a lot more tutorial videos in the future. If you did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like. Comment down below with any thoughts or questions you may have. And as always, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new for some more great videos. And I'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
One job, just remember the name. Shawnee Dogs, I never claimed to be the best in the game, but I'm close, better than most, not trying to boast, but when it comes to black sky camo, I am the GOAT. People to meet, places to be, still making time for just you and me. Like and subscribe if you're feeling the beat. I don't do this for fame, I do this for me. I do this for me. I do this for me.